Oh man, I had the best agent on today. Celine was energetic. Well, actually, she was kind of like a mirror of me. Maybe that's why I like her. Just energetic, great ideas on how she's built her business. She's only been in the industry 4 years. I forget the number of homes that she said she sold over that period of time, but it was staggering. And she's systemized, she's got her niche, she's very organized. She believes in videos and social media, AI, all those things. So you're going to want to stay tuned and watch the whole thing.
Welcome to Real Estate Riches, where Kathy Byrnes empowers realtors to achieve the success they've always dreamed of. Starting her career at 55, Kathy built a thriving business that offers the freedom of time and financial independence. And now she's sharing her journey to help others do the same. Whether new to the industry or looking to level up, this channel is your hub for proven strategies, inspiring stories, and the tools you need to grow your real estate business. Join Kathy each week to explore global opportunities, successful systems, and expert insights to take your career to the next level. Get comfortable, pick a video, and start learning. Your journey to success starts now.
Hey everybody, it's Kathy Byrnes with Real Estate Riches, and today my new guest is Celine Williams, and I'm excited to have you on. Hey girl.
Hello.
So you're out in Washington State, right?
I am. I'm just north of Seattle, about 40 minutes north in a little city called Lake Stevens, Marysville area.
Nice. And you're with Realty One, and so give us a little background on you.
Yeah, so I am a real estate broker here. I've been in real estate for 4 years active, but I had my license 2 years prior to that and was too afraid to do anything with it.
Interesting.
And I finally got aligned with Realty One Group Orca in Marysville. And I had a really fantastic coach who just basically said, you got to do this, you got to do this, you got to do this. So I just started taking action. And ever since then, I've sold about 140 homes and just helping buyers and sellers reach their dreams. It's so much fun.
Wow, that is a lot for a newbie. Over a 4 year period, that's how many homes you've sold?
Over
Wow.
4 years. Yeah. Some personally, some with like co-brokers. I also
Sure.
mentor newer agents too. So I'm a part of those transactions. But
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
I've been doing, yeah, it's been a busy 4 years.
I bet it has. I bet it has. Well, that's it. People don't realize just how busy we are as realtors. It's not like we just sign the contract and go show you a house and you just buy it. I wish, right?
Yeah,
Eh,
right.
Or list it and everybody just says, yeah, I want it, and we'll just write that contract. There's so much involved. So tell us a little bit, how did you really launch? Like, how did you get those connections to even get going like that?
Yeah, so in the very beginning, I just did everything, right? It's all about lead generation. So I found 3 or 4 things and really just try to stick to it. So door knocking, social media, Sphere, and Zillow leads. So online leads. And
Oh,
just continuing to have the same conversation and just build relationships, try to find out their goals when buying or selling. It just kind of started to you plant the seed, plant as many seeds as you can, and then nurture it. And then next thing I know, I was just like, oh, okay, I can do this.
yeah,
It's so scary at first because a lot of people kind of stop doing things because they don't know what they're doing.
yeah.
But I found that I just got to learn what to do. And obviously, I had guidance, right? I had mentors, I had coaches, I had my managing
Mm.
broker. So anything I didn't know, I would just ask or just figure it out. So it's just, slowly just putting things into action and just making sure that my number one goal was to help clients
Yeah,
succeed.
that's awesome. I started 20 years ago, and in 20 years ago it was a different mindset. No one helped you. No one. So you were figuring
Right.
it all out. So I love hearing that in your firm that there's coaching, that there's guidance. There was no help, none. And
Yeah,
you're just really struggling out there.
yeah, no, and I do understand that because I hear of the mentality of like before it was like competition, right? Like you
Yeah,
can't see what I'm doing. You can't
right?
know my tricks and secrets. But I feel like in my office and honestly in a lot of the industry up here in Snohomish County, like everybody's so collaborative. Like
Oh,
we all have decided like we can all win,
yes.
and it's so nice to have that because I thought it was cutthroat because that is what it used to be, but
Hmm.
it's so collaboration over competition over here is what
Yeah.
I've noticed.
Well, that's critical. That's a number one component as far as I'm with EXP, and
Hmm.
I joined 8 years ago, and it was the first time I experienced collaboration. I gave collaboration, I taught, I mentored, I gave. No one gave back. But it's my style. If I know
Yeah,
something, I'm going to share it with you, right?
absolutely. We can all win. We can all help each other. I don't want to sell every single house in the
No,
world. I
no,
can't.
right? What do you think did you ever find like a niche for yourself that you said, this is what I want to do, either with clients or with the processes? How did you evolve that?
I feel like my niche is probably first time home buyers and
Mm,
first time home sellers. A little bit of military too. My
mm,
husband was in the military. He was in the Army for 10 years. And I think because I have, that experience and I've had clients post about it, it's just kind of one of the things that comes to me. But I will say prior to real estate, I was in operations management.
oh,
So I'm all about processes and systems, making it as seamless as possible. So a good portion of it is just managing expectations and letting them know that I have resources to help them and
hmm,
also that I truly care. So
yeah,
I think with a lot of first time home buyers, they have no idea what they're doing.
hmm,
No idea at all. They have no idea what the process is. They're terrified, right?
yeah,
They're about to go hundreds of $1,000s in debt and they're like, I don't know if I can do this. And so I have this thing called the 7 steps to home ownership, and
mm,
I walk it through. I walk them through the entire process from deciding they want to buy to getting the keys in their hand.
mm,
And at the end, I always do a cute little photo with them that says, I said yes to the address. And when they see that, they're like, oh, I want to hold that sign too. So it's like,
yeah.
it's a milestone. It's a huge milestone. And I get to be a part of it and I get to help them through it the entire time. And I have so much fun. So, first time home buyers, same with first time home sellers. I walk them through the process because there's a lot to it that they don't know
Oh,
too. And so it's really just making sure that it's easy and easy for them to understand
right.
and as stress free as possible because we all know moving is so
Mm,
stressful.
yeah.
Managing all of that, it's so stressful.
And I created something for me that really helped my business. It was a card that I would send out, and the card would say, I got a guy and a gal too. And that would be the cover of the card. I did it through send out cards, and I have done those, gosh, for so many years. And they have served me so well. And what I would do is I would feature a specific vendor. I never gave my whole vendor list
Ooh,
away. I would just
okay.
feature someone. And the left side of the inside of the card would be their story, all about them. The right side would be, here's my monthly card where I feature someone that I value and trust. And this is why, I trust them. And if this is not someone you need, but you need somebody else, I got a guy who's got a guy.
That
And,
is brilliant.
yeah.
I love that so much.
I loved it. And you know what? It served. I had someone call every single month who says, Kath, I know you got a guy. And you become known as the I got
Yep.
a guy.
Yep.
And whether it's guy or gal, I have agents call me up. I have people, clients call me up. I have, whether it's, buying or selling a home is irrelevant because you're the resource. So, and
Exactly.
keeps your name in front of people. And it's just been a powerful thing. As a matter of fact, I waited 12 years for this woman to sell her house, and
Oh,
she
wow.
kept getting my cards every single month. And I would I have a Facebook group called 365 Things to Do Around Lake Norman, and that's the area that I'm at. And she had a little shop in town, and I said, it was a bead shop. She sold all kinds of beads, and they had classes how to make necklaces and earrings. And I met her through a Groupon that I bought to go into her shop. And the only time I could go was when her classes weren't going on. So she met me, and I didn't know she was the owner. And
Oh,
so
wow.
we're sitting there head to head. We're making our little necklace together, and she was just doing one for the shop. And she goes, what do you do? I said, I'm a realtor. And she goes, oh, I just bought a house. And when she described it, I knew it because I stalk my territory. I want to know,
I love that. Yep.
and so it was this giant house, beautiful traditional house, and she got it in a short sale for 3.2 million, I think. And so I knew she wasn't going to sell it because now she just got it, right? But I helped her market her shop on my Facebook group, and I stayed connected with that card. And so she would see different people that she needed. And periodically she'd say, hey, I need a house for my son, or my sister needs a house. And she would refer me. And then one day, 12 years later, she said, I'm going to sell the big one. I go, me? And she
I'm
goes,
it.
yeah.
Pick
And
me.
so that was so exciting.
Oh yeah.
And she also bought another million plus
Nice.
house.
Very
So
good.
that was a 5.2 million house. And it was, I just by being consistent,
Yep.
that's how you build your database. Be unique, be
Yep.
giving. I really believe in that philosophy, givers gain.
Yeah.
Like you have those 7 steps. That's a safety zone too. It's like, oh, good. I'll see what's coming. Okay, we've passed 2 and 3. We're
Yeah.
doing well, right?
Absolutely. And, I understand that it's a lot of information. So
Mhm.
I'm just, I'm here. I'm ready to answer any questions. And if you look at a lot of my 5-star reviews, a lot of them say, like, we did have questions, and Celine never made me feel stupid for asking them,
Yeah,
because this is a relationship business. Just like you were promoting her, you stayed in
yep,
touch, you made sure that you were a valuable resource to her. And that's really what it is, just us being a valuable resource and connecting with people. Because I do the same thing, just constantly promoting small businesses and making sure that they are serving my people well. And so I
right.
think that just going above and beyond of just buying and selling homes.
Well, in that card, I'm in a networking group called BNI, which is
Oh, I know BNI. Yep.
okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I would promote different vendors that I
Yep.
really loved
Yep.
within that. And I always mailed them the card because
Nice.
who do you also want referring you as your vendors?
Oh,
And
yeah.
you've got that whole army, that whole arsenal of trusted people that you've got, which to me is invaluable. And you want them to be referring you right back, especially if they see that you're promoting you it was a database that I had that were my treasured clients,
Mm-hmm.
um, people that I was hoping to have as clients that always got those cards. And it cost me, I think it probably cost me around $150 a month to do that. It
Mm-hmm.
was it was not a fortune, but it was personalized, and send out cards comes in the mail. So it looks like a birthday card or something coming in the mail, and people always open those up, and then they
Mm-hmm.
see the information inside. They look forward to it. And another way I used that was, let's say I followed all my clients on Facebook, which I do. And
Mm-hmm.
so that, let's say they got a new puppy. I
Yeah.
take a picture of that puppy, and because Send Out Cards has an app, I download that app. I'd have that app open. I'd put the new puppy on the cover of what was going to be their card and say, hey, this is a little treasure. I'll bet you don't have a picture in hand of that. It's just in your phone. So I thought you might like this. Enjoy. I never brand it. I do some positive saying on the back of that card, and it goes to the mail. And when they see their puppy on the front of that card, or their kid's graduation, or some event that happened with the family, they keep those cards. And it
That's
isn't
incredible.
branded, but they know me. I
And
always,
that's so thoughtful too. And it's such a small act of kindness, but it just shows that, one, you're paying attention, right?
yes,
You care, you're paying
yes,
attention, you're taking action, and just doing that one step. I actually had a gal do that to me with a picture that I love very fondly of me and my husband, and I just thought, that is so kind. That
yeah,
is so sweet.
yeah. And my dream would always be, are you going to post the picture of it on Facebook and say, hey,
Oh,
this
of
is what
course.
I wrote? That would
Tag
be
me, please.
that's my dream. Just so you
Yeah.
all know, people.
Yeah. Absolutely. Right. Think of me.
Yeah, hello. But tell me what you're doing with AI in your business.
Oh, so I use a lot of ChatGPT. So I'm always on social media. You can find me on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok. And so a lot of the times if I don't have like specific things to talk about, I just look it up and say, what are the top questions that buyers and sellers are asking? And
Yeah,
it just boop, 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 all the questions, even some of the answers. I mean, I know the answers, but I then use that information to tweak it
yep,
and then make it into a video and basically just answer those questions in a video.
it's perfect.
It's so easy. It really
Yeah,
is. So if you're a new agent and you are thinking like, I don't know what to talk about, I don't know what to post about,
yeah,
ChatGPT.
yeah,
ChatGPT is where it's at. It will even do the captions for you.
yeah,
A lot of people are like, oh, well, then it'll sound like a robot. It'll sound like a script. not if you know how to use it correctly,
Right.
right? So if you are even saying what you want to say, have it polish it, or
Yeah.
even, make sure that you say this in an engaging way and
Right.
make sure there's a call to action or have somebody actually make a comment. It'll do just that. Maybe it has too many emojis, take out emojis, make it more towards your style.
Yeah.
And it has really helped me increase my social media presence.
Yeah, I love that idea a lot. I teach AI to agents because I want them to realize the critical importance of this in their business. And
Mm-hmm.
I've been doing the beginner class just to teach them ChatGPT. Tomorrow, as a matter of fact, at 11 a.m., I am doing an intermediate one because I don't charge for this. This is for the industry. I
Yeah.
want you to level up. And tomorrow, I want to answer a bunch of questions because a lot of people don't know, even just like that, like you said, like going in and saying, what are the top things that people are searching for, especially in your area, if that's where your
Yes.
focus is. Me,
Mm-hmm.
I do global, so I want to know it from a global perspective.
Yeah.
Um, it was funny because I was interviewing somebody last Wednesday. Yeah, last Wednesday, and he was out in California. And he works high net worth clientele, Beverly Hills. I
Mm.
said, "Are you working that database at all for any global referrals?" He goes, "What are you talking about?" And I said, "Well, you've got a database of high net worth people, right?" He goes, "Yes." I said, "Do you think that they buy second and third homes?" He goes, "Yes." I said, "Are you the referring agent?" He goes, "No." I said, "Let's change that, buddy."
Yes, absolutely.
Right?
Referrals are great. And
Oh,
I do that a lot too. I actually, because Realty One Group, Orca, it's global as well. And at conferences, I'm intentional with building relationships with
yep.
agents from other areas. So then if they do have someone who's moving to or from, they call me. And I've gotten plenty of referrals that way.
Yeah.
And what a great way to help clients in a different level, right? Because I had a client yesterday who's selling their home here in Lake Stevens. They're moving to California. And I'm like, oh, I already got a guy down
Yeah.
there.
I
I
got a
got
guy.
a guy. And they're like, wait, what? You can help us all the way in San Diego? And I'm like, yeah,
Yes.
that's what I'm here for. I'm here to help you
Yes.
move to and from Washington seamlessly.
Yeah. It's powerful. And I want more agents to realize the power of just that.
Mm-hmm.
And I love those outgoing referrals because all I have to do is make sure that agent on the other side, quality agent, that they like them. They don't even have to pick that one. I can get a second or a third. That one from California, he sent me a text and he goes, "Hey, I've got an oceanfront seller in Kenya. Can you help him?" I go, "I don't know. Let me see."
Yep.
I went to my resources. I had four referrals total. Three I got in the first 20 minutes.
There you
I
go.
vetted them. They're
Of
7 hours
course.
ahead. He said, "I don't want it. I don't know I don't know what you're doing, Kathy." I said, "I got it." And so anyway, that just got finalized today. And that's
Nice.
$1 million deal in Kenya. And it's a 50-50 split on that one.
Whoa.
Right?
Okay. There you go. Good job.
Right? I said to him, "What will you give as a referral?" He goes,
Yeah.
50-50. I go, I was going to ask for
Wow.
25, but I was really glad
Right.
I shut my
But I'll
mouth.
take that. That's amazing. That's
Yeah.
fantastic. And just because you made the relationship and the connection, right?
Yes.
And at the end of the day, like I don't want my client to just go to some willy-nilly agent.
No.
I want to have make sure that they close because I don't get paid unless they close. So if you don't take care of them and actually close the transaction, then what's the point of me referring you? So I
Right.
like you, I vet these people, make sure they're going to be a good fit.
That's an important point because we'll be in a lot of these real estate realtor groups, right? And they'll say everybody share your social media and everybody share so you'll have a referral partner. I'm like, no, that's not my plan. I need to know
Yeah.
who you are. Yeah. And be able to vet you
Yep.
because you don't just get it because you live in that city. I need to
No,
know because my reputation is on the line.
correct. I don't want them to work with that person and be like, "Oh, it was a terrible experience. Your guy
Your
didn't do
guy.
a great job." And I'm like, "Oh crap, then I guess they're not
Yeah.
my guy anymore."
He's out.
You're out of the code circle or the circle, the inner circle.
Right, right. Oh my gosh. Well, I'm glad to hear that you're doing that. There's just so many tools. I just saw with Google's
Mhm.
Gemini, because it's all intertwined with your calendar, if you're using Google Calendar,
I
your
do.
email, all of
Yep.
that. If you're in Google Gemini and you say there's a little star button there, and you just hit that star and say, I need to create an email and I'm sending it to so and so. You draft
Mhm.
it all in there, hit that star and say, send this to Bill Jones or whatever. And boom, it's handled from that Gemini app which looks just like ChatGPT. It's laid out
Yeah.
exactly the same way.
Yeah, I haven't used it, but one of my girlfriends, she heavily uses Gemini and she said the exact same thing. So maybe I'll switch over to Gemini. I've just
I'd
been
say
using
use both.
ChatGPT for both. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you feel
Now,
like there's a lot of difference?
well, one guy that I go who's like a coach in my mind, he said they're like people. They all have different personalities.
Yeah.
And you can ask from a different perspective. Like ChatGPT just came out with 5.0. It lost its personality. And
Um,
I said, I don't like you right now. I don't even know who you are because I talk to it like it's my friend.
of
And
course.
I said, where'd the personality go? And you don't seem to know me anymore because I had created my custom GPT to know
Hmm.
me,
Yeah.
which is an easy thing to do. And so then it knew me, and so it would respond in my style, you know?
Oh, yeah.
And then I said, you're not remembering our conversation. Is that something changed in this platform? And
Hmm.
it goes, yeah, I don't remember things unless you tell me to unpurposely remember specific things. I go,
Wow.
within the feed. And I said,
Yeah.
why didn't you tell me that in the first place? I'm like, I'm thinking we're going along like we've been buddies forever, and now you just
Right.
changed
And now
personality.
you're telling me that you're different. Okay, this is
Yeah,
done. You've changed.
yeah, you've changed. We're out. So I'm thinking of paying for the Gemini as well. I'm going to play with
Mm-hmm.
it for free for a
Yeah.
while. And I tell everybody, do the free stuff at first. But chat, if you do free, you're missing out on a lot. I would pay for that. Um,
Yeah, it's just $20 a month, right? It's not
and that's
even
all
very
Gemini
expensive at
is
all.
too.
Okay.
So at 19.95, I think that's,
Okay. That's worth it.
yeah, so worth it. And to not be incorporating this in your business today is just plain crazy. Just plain
Oh
crazy.
yeah. I mean, you follow Tom Perry, right? He's like the daddy of real estate. Oh, you don't?
I don't like his style.
Oh, okay. I totally get that. But he is very successful at what he does, and he's very
Clearly.
successful with coaches, right? So when I first started, he was always like video, 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 video. That's where you're at. And a lot
Oh,
of
good.
agents don't do video. And I feel like that's how I've been able to base my business, because I show up so much on video on
Me
social
too.
media. And I feel like because I do that, clients, agents, like other agents in the community, feel like they already know me by the
Yeah,
time they start working with me. And
right.
that has a huge advantage when I'm working for a buyer, because other agents see that I'm there. And granted, they're not always, obviously they're going to pick the best deal. But if there's some sort of like familiarity there and then just building that rapport, sometimes they're going to want to work with you because they know that you have a great reputation.
Yes. I think showing the personal side of who you are, like in my social media, they know I use my car as part of my brand. It's my love. I drive
Yeah.
a 65 Shelby Cobra, if you know what that is.
Ooh.
And she's hot and she's loud, and I have a lot of marketing pictures with me in that, so I
Yeah.
could number one write her off. But also
So genius.
but also because you want to be known, and they'll say, "Oh,
Yeah.
I've seen you driving around or whatever." But it's more, and also my granddaughter, when she was finally given permission to be allowed in my car because it's got harness versus a seat belt, so
Mm-hmm.
her mom felt she was safe. And anyway,
As safe as she could be in a
yeah.
Shelby.
But I'm 75 years old. I am not in love with at the 7-year-old skin, so being on camera is authentic,
Mm.
and sometimes I'll have that camera and it's the unattractive side of the camera doing a selfie, and I'll just scare myself, and I'll go, "Oh my gosh, well, I'll just get past this," right? And that's being real. That's just
Oh,
being real.
yeah.
One
Yep.
thing,
And
go
I
ahead.
coach a lot of agents for showing up on video,
Yes.
and they're always so nervous, just like you're saying, because you're real. It's very
Yeah.
vulnerable, right? It's very
Oh, it's
personal to
vulnerable.
be on camera. And initially, I didn't like the way I looked or sounded too. But what I said is, this is how you look. This is how you sound. I'm
Yeah.
sorry you don't like it, but this is what people are seeing.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, like, get over
Yeah.
it. This is you. So, I mean, own it, capture it, and just be
Yes.
yourself. And
Yes.
it's just, and over time, the more you do it, the more confident you get, the more comfortable you get. It
Right.
doesn't happen overnight. It happens as you're just continuously showing up and staying consistent, just like you said
Right.
earlier.
So I was watching this YouTube. I'm going to share a little tidbit here. It was so cool.
Mm.
So I want to have the better side of my phone to take videos of me, right?
Uh-huh.
But how do you do that if you can't look into it? Because
Yes,
so I'm watching this YouTube and it showed this little monitor that
I
would.
just got that.
You did? I
I
just
did.
got
It's
it.
amazing. It's amazing. It's
It
game
is.
changing. Let me tell you.
It is. So I set it up while I was waiting for you, and I always get in here early, and I got, wait a minute, I'm just gonna shoot some videos while I'm just
Yes,
sitting here. So then
I
I'm
know.
coming up with different ideas. I'm shooting
Yes,
my videos, and I'm thinking, you look so much better than you do in here.
it really
Same kind of
does.
thing. And I've got an expensive
Yeah.
camera on here, and I'm like,
Yeah. I know.
hi.
I actually wanted to use mine. I can't find it. I thought it was in my purse. So I was like all stressed out. That's another reason why I was sweating before we started this podcast. Because it's like, it's so nice. I got the microphones and everything, but I can't find it. So I'm
Oh
going to look for it.
man,
But it's amazing. The can't,
it,
like, it
yeah,
was only like $50
yeah.
too.
What's it
Like,
called? Smart rig. Smart rig.
I don't know what mine was called, but it's like M6 mirroring. But yes, you see yourself and it's just so much better. And so we watched the video after and it's just crystal clear. Like the back
Yes,
camera on an iPhone, amazing.
and I
Use
do
it
it in
more.
cinematic, so
Yep.
it's
Oh,
even better.
cinematic. Yeah.
Cinematic. Yeah.
Super fancy.
Wonder if I could do it you can't do it in portraits picture, right? So cinematic.
Correct. Yeah. I
So
feel like cinematic is like the video portion or
yes.
video version of portrait.
Yeah.
So
So
I don't know
I
if that's
did
true, but
4 little videos while I was just sitting here because I always get here early. And I
yeah.
thought, holy cow, that is awesome. I'm gonna just bring that because I have it on a tripod. It's behind my TV or my PC that's right here. So it doesn't see the camera. It's just shooting on me with the background. And
Yeah.
it's
That's
awesome.
perfect B-roll. I love it.
I know.
It-
And I got the meta glasses. Have you seen the meta glasses?
No. Are you talking about like the Ray-Ban ones?
Yes.
Yeah, I haven't gotten those yet. Do you love them?
I'm experimenting with them. So
Okay.
I thought they would do a lot more than they do. They do cool stuff, but I think it's like anything. It's like how are you going to get creative with it? So
Right.
today, I wore them to my BNI meeting,
Yeah.
and a funny thing happened. So I put them on, and I had it all set up where I said, "Hey Meta, play a record video," because I was about to be the speaker up on stage for 45 seconds, right?
Okay.
And so as you're walking up, it's got your banner up there of who you are, and which I had a brand new banner. It was cool, and it's featuring my car and me in it, and my mission of what my business is, right?
Yeah.
And so the video is capturing that as I go up, then I turn around. But as soon as it clicked on, all of a sudden this music is blasting. I think it's in the room. It's my own phone from Spotify. And so everyone's seeing me freak out because I'm like, what?
What
What?
what's happening?
Yes. I go, wait,
Oh
wait.
my gosh.
It's my music. Hold. You don't know what I'm doing, but these are meta glasses. Hold, please. So then I turn it off and I go, huh, well, that was interesting. I said, I'll explain that in a minute. It was
That's
crazy.
hilarious. That's awesome.
Hilarious.
So
So,
music starts. What kind of music was it? Was it like a
well,
pump
it
up
was
song
my
or?
own feed, my Spotify music that
There
my
you go.
list. So
Yeah.
whatever and I was jamming clearly because it was on really loud. And I'm like, crazy. So
It was
anyway,
just pumping you up. No big
yeah.
deal.
But what I was doing though, I wanted it on because now
Yeah.
I was going to have the whole room talk about B-roll for here's
Yeah.
my networking. This is what I do on Wednesday mornings, people.
That's
I
awesome.
don't have to even have what I said or anything like that in there. It can just be what I'm doing and talking about meta glasses, being unique, what sets you apart as an agent
Yes.
with your content,
Yep.
because people are looking more and more for the ones that are ahead of the game and not just
Yep.
doing the old stuff.
Absolutely. Out of the box solutions is really
Yes,
what it is. Yeah.
current, but
Hmm.
especially, and not even your younger crowd, you'd be surprised I mean, I'm dragging people along like crazy into AI, but it's all different ages that are not getting it and all kinds of ages that are really getting it.
Yep.
When you go to these conventions like you go to yours, you're hearing about it being used at such high levels. AI agents, automated systems, AI doing all the conversations and all that. And I'm like, well, I'm not doing that. Dang it.
I know. I'm using it a little bit. I definitely could get better, but I feel like I'm doing my best.
Well, it's such a systems girl that you are. How about, do you create your own GPTs?
No, what do you mean?
Oh, girl. You'll see on the left-hand column, there's going to be at the top, it's going to say GPTs.
Okay.
And what a GPT is, a condensed version of prompts designed after a specific topic. So you can click on the GPTs, another bar is going to come up, and it's
Hmm.
going to tell you people who have done different GPTs on all kinds of different subjects. Like, let's say
Okay.
you wanted to be really proficient at hooks,
Hmm.
and you could say, you would do in the search of the GPTs, hooks for Instagram. And then you would see these different GPTs that would pop up that are free, that somebody else has already designed. And then what you want to do is look at how many people liked it or used it. If it's 0,
Oh,
10, 20, but if you see 50 or you see 500 or 1,000, well, that's somebody, this is a good one. You can,
wow.
these are pre-done prompts for like creating videos.
Yeah.
Like, here's the prompt to create the perfect video. You just feed it in. Here's the perfect video I want to create. It will ask you questions. It banters back and forth with you. And now you've created this. Now you've created the answer to what you were doing. And you can say, I want to create a GPT on a particular subject. So you would
Okay.
search in and say GPT creator. And so now
Wow. Okay. Is that for the paid version? Or do you think
the
you can do that on the
$20
free?
a month.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
Okay.
don't
I
know.
will look at that. That reminds me of like Instagram. Do you use Instagram?
Yeah.
Oh, like the trending audio, right? Like these are the trending audios. This is what people are using the
Yeah. Yeah.
most.
Yeah.
So that's kind of reminiscent of that. And I really like that. I didn't even think that that had that capability.
Oh, and it's so strong. I have probably 25 GPTs that I've either gotten for free from some coach that I was working with,
Yeah.
or I've searched them in there. I created one myself on how to take a real estate exam, and it's been used by 60 people. So,
Wow.
and my daughter and I did it, and the reason that we were doing it was just to see if we could create a GPT like everybody was talking about. And this was probably a year
Mm,
ago. And
okay.
so, but that's a piece that you're going to want to explore.
I will. After this, I'm gonna like pick it up and play with it now.
Yeah. And the best thing about Gemini or Chat is you can say, I don't even know where to start to even ask you of something that I want to do. Ask me
Yeah.
questions to help you and I figure out how we can get to the end goal of whatever the project is.
Okay. I love this.
Any other tips you got for us?
Um, honestly, just try to be yourself. If you're doing social media, try to be yourself. But
Mhm.
I guess the biggest thing is kind of figuring out what your goals are with real estate. Because I think a lot of people have no idea. I think they just
Yes.
are focused on like how many homes I want to sell, whatever. But like think of the bigger picture because in
Yes.
this industry, especially right now, I'm sure you're experiencing it. The market is so tough.
Yeah.
Some clients are very tough. Some people are hard to work with. Some people have unrealistic expectations. We're working with all different types of
Yeah.
people. So there are going to be moments where you're like, why am I doing this?
Yes. I
So
got one.
you really need to figure out why are you doing this
Yeah.
because motivation wears out. You need to have the discipline to continue working this business and
Yeah.
treat it like a business too.
Yes.
It's not just I sold a house, I can buy my new car, right? Like you need to think about your operating expenses. You need to think about like how to taxes, right?
Yeah.
Taxes is one of the biggest things, but really just, treating it like a business, taking action, being consistent, and that's really the name of the game in real estate.
Yeah. Systems. And you know, you can create systems within GPT as well, or
And I'm
chat.
going to.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm
Because
going to.
it's got to be clean. I am
Yes.
not an organized
Yes.
person, and without things like that, I'm a mess, just a mess.
Well, even for me, like I am an organized person, but it's nice to put it in there and just tweak it a little bit. And I
Yeah.
just say, make this even easier for my buyers to understand.
Yeah.
I'm trying to explain an appraisal and why it's important to a seller. Make it clear
Yeah.
and as to why it is. Even emails. Write me an email that says how easy it, or, write me an email explaining the appraisal process and why we need it and how it might affect my seller. Just things like that, and it just simplifies everything.
And if you save that, you can do emails as a signature.
Yeah.
And so
Oh.
that, yeah, you can do the whole, my daughter does
Um,
this. She's very organized. So
yeah.
whatever you were going to repeat, like the same, another client would need that email. You
Yeah.
create that email as a draft, but
Yeah.
it's a saved as a separate signature
Oh,
in
you
your,
can do that as a template too.
yes. So now
Yes. Yep.
you've
That's
got
what I
it. So
do too.
now it's the same thing happening and you don't
Yep.
have to keep reinventing the wheel.
Exactly. It's just a template. And I don't know if you said you use Gmail.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so template, I have like the 7 steps to home ownership, the 5 Ps to selling your home. It is game changing. Having templates is so much easier.
Yes.
And you can create them in ChatGPT,
Yes,
just
you
like you
can.
said. Yeah, absolutely. No, like just use the tools, collaborate as much as possible with other people,
I
especially people
agree.
like you who are
Right.
willing to share their secrets.
Yes. Great. Well, this was wonderful, Celine. I loved having you
Yes.
on here.
Thank
Kindred
you. Thank
spirit,
you.
girl.
Absolutely. Well, I look forward to sending a client your way in North Carolina, girlfriend.
Me too. All right. Well, thanks so much for being here. And
Of
thanks
course.
everybody for watching. And stay tuned for more. I got lots of great agents just like Celine.
So excited. Thank you, Kathy.
All right. Great. So thanks for joining me on this episode of Real Estate Riches. Wasn't that great? I'm sure you got a nugget or two. I know I did. So if you liked it, please subscribe below, share it with everybody, make some comments. We really find that invaluable. And if you're thinking that you would love to talk about this a little bit more, let's schedule a business strategy call. I'll have the link below. And let's see if we can't mastermind together and see if we can empower each other. That would be great. So until next time, signing off. Hope to see you on the next one.